recording. Rajput ji, you can please introduce the today's guest, and later on guest kindly take up the further proceedings.
Yes, sir.
Rajput, you are under mute.
Sir, I am audible now, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, you are on.
Okay. So, good evening, all, and welcome to this session on choosing between NPS and UPS by Sri Ankit Jindal, which is a hot topic nowadays. I would like to give a brief of our guest speaker today. So, Mr. Ankit Jindal is a distinguished financial educator, a dedicated officer of our department, currently posted in the GST Mysuru Appeals Commissariat. He has also served as an inspector in esteemed organizations, including the DRI, DGGI, and CGST audit. He is also a passionate advocate for personal financial literacy. With a background in computer science engineering and an MBA in international businesses from the renowned Delhi School of Economics, he brings to his work a diverse and accomplished professional journey. An exceptional achiever, he scored the 99.99 percentile in the highly competitive Common Admission Test (CAT), a testament to his expertise in management and quantitative analysis. So, certified by the National Institute of Securities Markets in mutual fund and equity derivatives, he also possesses hands-on experience as a seasoned trader in cash and derivatives. Mr. Jindal has delivered keynote sessions at premier institutes such as IIMs, IITs, in addition to guest lecture at leading business schools across the country. His sessions are widely acclaimed for their clarity, engagement, and practical insights. So, I would welcome Mr. Ankit Jindal for the session.
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you for the brief discussion or the introduction for me. Thank you for being there. I would like to thank audience as well. But as Anurag mentioned that it's a hot topic nowadays because now the choosing the final date for concluding is near, which is 30th September. And I hope you all, those who are attending this session right now, you might also be getting several messages and emails on daily basis, maybe twice a day or thrice a day. I just now before the session, I right now received a message from NPS or you must say PFIDA. So looking at that activity, it is being observed that no further date extension is going to be there for this choice. Either you want to go for NPS or UPS. We have conducted a session earlier, couple of months back onto the same. Several sessions I have taken in other places as well. So there were few updates in last few weeks. I hope you would be updated either in the group, but I would like to take those things as well. I'll request the audience to put your messages or doubts in the comment section. So as I can see, Avdut has already put his 2-3 doubts over there. So I'll try to take all those things. But I hope each one of you would be clear at least that what was NPS. I hope I have no need to repeat the similar points, though I'll just run a PPT for 5 minutes to quickly explain. Otherwise, it will be the repeat topic and the what are the exact queries from your end that will not be catered. So just let me share my screen. Allow for a minute. So is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, it is visible.
It is visible. Okay. So basically, I'll just give you a brief. If there is some doubt, any one of you, you can make a note of that. Once I finish this one very quickly, you may ask me the basic doubts, and then we are going to cater those things, those updates which have been there in the past. So as of now, we are being presented with the two schemes, either it is NPS or UPS. So NPS, we understand it's a defined contribution and undefined pension thing, because you know that how much you are going to define, or you know that how much you are going to contribute on a monthly basis right now. For end mein jaake what will be the pension, we are not aware, because it will be completely dependent on the market performance, that how the markets are performing, how the interest rates are going to perform in future. While UPS is what? A defined contribution and a defined pension scheme, where you know that how much you are going to contribute on a monthly basis, and you also know that what will be your pension at the time of retirement. How is that being decided? So under UPS, government has declared that in this scheme, whatever will be your last 12 months average basic pay, on that will be considered 50% of that will be your first pension after the retirement, or after the superannuation, if I mark it correctly, which will keep on increasing with the DA hikes. Okay, so here you will be having some certainty that this is going to be my future pension. While in NPS, though we all are aware that we are saying we are living, we are serving to a nation which is having a high growth. We have seen that growth, that we have now come on to the largest fourth GDP in the world. So this is what, when we compare this growth with the other nation, the developed nation, we are doing much far better. So it is expected that if our money is under NPS, it will grow for sure. But what will be the growth rate? That is the question. Okay. Okay. Now, when we go for the eligibility, so NPS is open to all of the people in this nation, while UPS is only for central government employee and some of the state government employees. What is the contribution, which I was saying that we have a defined contribution in both the schemes? So it is 10% of basic plus DA of our salary every month. So both the schemes you have to contribute, or the employer have to contribute 10% of the basic plus DA every. While under NPS, government contribution will be 14%, and UPS it will be 10% only. Because under UPS, government is giving you some security of the pension. So government is contributing 10% towards your fund. Remaining 8.5% is also being contributed by the government in a pool corpus, which will be used to give you the pension hikes, the DAs after your retirement. Now, what will be the individual corpus? So there are three terms. I'll just go back again. That there is employee contribution, there is government contribution. The sum of two is called the individual corpus. So I keep on meeting many people. Still, it has been a month almost, but people are still confused that what is individual corpus. So individual corpus does not mean that it is your contribution. It is the combination or the combined contribution by the employee and by the government. So under NPS, it will become 24% of your basic plus DA, while UPS, it will be just 20%. It will not be 28.5% because your corpus contribution is 10 plus 10. 8.5% will go to the what? The pool corpus taken care by the government to give you the hikes after the retirement. To manage that thing, that extra money from where will the government get? From this extra pool corpus. Now, which are the pension calculation methods? So, as under NPS, we all are aware, it will depend on the market situation. That during the contribution time, when you were contributing towards your NPS fund or the individual corpus, how the market was performing. Once you get retired, you have to opt for a pension plan. There are many companies, many pension managers who will offer you a pension plan. You have to buy it at a annuity rate, at the annuity rate at the retirement time. So I am not aware, no one can calculate that what will be the annuity rate after 5 years, after 10 years, after 15, or after 20. In present date, the annuity rate is almost 6 to 6.5%. So if let's suppose I get retired today and my NPS corpus is 2 CR and I buy the pension right now, at 6% rate, my annual pension will become 12 lakh rupees. So I'll get 1 lakh rupee monthly. While under UPS, how the pension will be decided? So it will be 50% of your average basic pay of last 12 months when you retire for employees with 25 plus years of service. This is a important point to understand, that you will get 50% of average basic pay only if you complete at least 25 years of service. So what will happen if I just complete 20 years of service? I joined the department or I joined the job at an age of 40, and when I retire at an age of 60, my tenure will be how much? Only 20 years of service. So what will I get? So I'll get 40% of average basic plus DA of that. I hope this point is clear. So it will be on proportionate basis. You can take it this way, that for every 1 year of service, you will get 2% of your average plus basic pay. So if you completed 25 or above, it will be restricted to 50%. But if you just completed 20 years, your pension will be 40%. If you completed 22 years, it will be 44. But if you completed below or lower than 10 years, no UPS, no guaranteed pension will be there. So government said that you have to complete at least 10 years of service to get the assured pension under UPS. Now, many people think that if I leave my job after 10 years, so leaving, it should not be leaving the job, that will be considered as the resignation. You need to be retired. Okay, so either you should attain the age of 60 or the superannuation age, or you should get the VRS. In those situations only, you are going to get the benefits of UPS if your service is more than 10 years. Otherwise, you will not get it. I hope this point is very clear to all of you. Then what will be the family pension? So under NPS, there are multiple options when you choose the annuity plan. So when you choose annuity only for you, so you will get the pension, and after you, whatever amount, whatever corpus was there under the NPS, it will be given back to your family. While under UPS, what will happen? After you, your spouse will get the family pension, which will be 60% of your last drawn pension. And further, the spouse will keep getting the DA hikes. Once you and your spouse are not there, but your dependent parents are there, so they will also get the family pension. But if none of these are there, so your dependent children or any children, there is no provision as of now. If you have gone through or if you see, please update me. But I have seen that there is no provision that your kids will get the family pension after you or the dependent family. So they are not part of your dependent family, they will not get the pension. So there are guaranteed family benefit, but the definition of family is the pensioner, the spouse, and the dependent parents. Once all these are not there, so whatever was your corpus under the UPS, which you was continuously giving to the government every month, that will not be returned back to your kids. While under the NPS case, that amount will be returned back to your family. Inflation protection, as we said that NPS, there will be, once whatever pension is being fixed, that will remain constant throughout your life. While under UPS, you will keep getting what? The regular hikes through the DA revisions. So if every year the DA is being increased by 3%, 4%, 5%, or 6%, that much will be increased on your basic salary. Tax benefit under both scheme, there are tax benefit of under section 80C, 80C D1B, and 80C D2. But as the last year, the new tax regime is being made more lucrative by giving you the opportunity of up to 12 lakh, there will be no tax, and above 12 lakh, again, there are many benefits. So there will be rarely, I'm not saying no one will be there, but rarely there will be people who would be opting the old tax regime while filing the income tax. But if you are filing the income tax under old tax regime, you are going to get the benefit of all these sections under both the schemes. So what are the risk factor? We have already discussed that no guaranteed pension, investment risk borne by the individual, that whatever amount you are investing, there is no support from the government side. It completely depends on the market volatility. UPS, there is there is market risk. There would be, we'll discuss that later on. But as of now, if I'm just following the government rule that you complete 25 of years, you define, you continuously keep on contributing 10% of your basic plus DA, and we will give you the assured pension at the time of retirement. So that security is there under the UPS. Lump sum payout option. So under NPS, government says that you will get the pension, but at the time of retirement, if you want some lump sum amount of your contribution part of the whatever corpus you have accumulated under NPS, so you can withdraw 60% of whatever corpus you will be there under your individual corpus. 60% can be withdrawn as tax free, and remaining 40%, minimum 40% has to be annuitized. मतलब क्या है कि 40% मिनिमम मेरे को पेंशन बाय करना ही पड़ेगा उस अमाउंट का, मैक्सिमम 60% आई कैन विड्रॉ. The same provision is there under the UPS as well. Again, still in morning as well, many people ask that UPS is not good because you can't withdraw any of the amount at the time of retirement. So there is provisioning for the same way that under UPS you will be able to withdraw 60% of whatever corpus you have accumulated over there. The remaining 40% will go to the government pool, and on that you will get the pension. There is another provision of assured pension. I hope everyone would know this, that for every 6 months of completed service, you will get 1/10 or 10% of your basic plus DA, monthly basic plus DA for every 6 months of service. So if we simplify this, for every 5 years of your completed service, you will get 1 month of basic plus DA at the time of retirement. So for example, in my case, my service will be, if I go to the superannuation age, I would be completing 32 years of service. So how much assured lump sum payout I'm going to get under UPS? So it will be 6.4 times of my monthly basic plus DA at the time of retirement. And then the guaranteed payout structure based on whatever pension is being decided. Investment flexibility, as we were saying that you are contributing 10%, and under NPS 14% is being contributed by government, and under UPS 10% is being contributed by the government. So where is that amount being invested? So that will be invested under these schemes. So you have full flexibility that you can choose the fund manager. So what do we mean by the fund manager? The asset management company who will be managing your investment fund. It could be LIC, it could be SBI, UTI, HDFC, Access, ICICI, Aditya Birla. There are, I think, 16 or 12. Some fund managers keep on adding. So you can choose as per your choice. There are 4 investment patterns. One is default investment pattern, under which is still, if you have not switched to any of these schemes, by default, whatever amount is being contributed on monthly basis, one third will be going under the SBI, LIC, and UTI. And where they will be investing it? Under the government securities. So people are still in confusion, or they are not aware that they are keep sitting and they are thinking that whatever contribution I am putting under NPS, it is market linked. It is market linked, but based on what? Interest rates, not onto the stocks. For that, you have to switch it. So by default, it's going under to the government securities, and there are 3 fund managers. Now, what options do I have? Either I can make single fund manager and I can invest 100% under government securities, or I can choose LC25 investment option, where what will happen? 25% of your contribution will go to the stock market and 75% will go to the government securities and the corporate bonds. There is another where you can get exposure of 50% to the stock market, and the remaining will go to the government securities and to the corporate. So these are the investment options which are there under NPS and under UPS both. So it is not like once I have taken UPS, I have no need to. Yes, you can either sit idle and be thankful to the government that you will be being paid a fixed pension at the time of retirement, dependent on what is your last drawn basic pay. It will not be how the funds are being performing. You need not to worry about that. While under NPS, yes, which scheme you are investing in, that is going to play a major role. Government support and sustainability, we have already discussed same points. You can go through it later on as well. The same thing that it will be self-funded. Here you are going to get the balanced approach. The other benefits, gratuity available under both these schemes. VRS, under NPS, we can take VRS after 20 years of regular service. Under UPS, earlier it was 25 years. Recently on 2nd September, one gadget was issued where they said that under UPS, now you will be eligible to take the VRS after 20 years of regular service, just like as NPS. But let's suppose if I take the VRS at an age of 20 years, under UPS, will I get 50% of last basic plus DA? No, I'll just get 40% of last basic plus DA. It will remain same. So that is one of the concern where everyone is fighting, or we are making some protest that it should be 50% at the age of 20 as well. Okay. Under like there is one new switching option which is being added, that once if I opt for NPS now before 30th September, if I opt for NPS, there will be no switching option available to the UPS. But now government is saying that you can try the UPS and you can switch back to the NPS till the age of 59. That means 1 year before retirement. 1 year before retirement, if you don't like UPS, you can switch back to the NPS. Now the question will arise that what will happen to my 10%, like extra 4% contribution which I would get under NPS. So government is saying at any moment if you are switching back to the NPS from UPS, so the remaining 4% for those years for which you were under UPS will be given back to you. At what? At default contribution scheme, where whatever would be the growth under the default option, with that growth, that 4% amount will be returned to your individual corpus. There is one outperformance parameter which says that under NPS there is no impact of this, but under UPS, now many of you would be thinking that why should I need to be bothered about the investment option under the UPS when I am going to get the fixed pension based on what? Based on my last basic plus DA. But if you choose some scheme under which your corpus outperformed than the default or the benchmark corpus, then that extra performance, whatever extra amount you have accumulated by making some decisions where you invested or you contributed your investment towards equity market, so that outperformance amount will be directly credited to your bank account. So there is what under UPS you are going to get three type of lump sum amount at the retirement. One, assured lump sum payout, which will be depend on the length of service. Second is this outperformance payout. If there would be any outperformance amount, you will be given that. And third is the required lump sum payout which you want, that I want to withdraw 10%, 20%, 30, up to 60%, you can also withdraw that amount. While under NPS, whatever corpus will be there at the time of retirement, only of that amount you can withdraw maximum 60%. Now, this is what about both the schemes. Already pros and cons we have discussed, that under NPS higher potential return because the contribution is higher, 24%, while under UPS that is just 20%. Investment flexibility is there, wide eligibility is there because it is available to the normal employees or the every person of this nation. Portability option is there. Cons are was market risk is there, no inflation protection and uncertain income. While under UPS you will get assured pension, inflation protection, family benefit, government backing. Cons will be lower corpus potential and limited eligibility, and there will be fixed returns. Fixed means that it will not be much higher, it will be dependent on the last basic salary of yours. This is there. So this is what the conclusion which you can understand, that choose NPS if you need the market growth and investment control and high risk tolerance. But if you need a guaranteed pension or the defined pension, then we can go for the UPS. This is what, as a conclusive, if when we talk about the rules, These are the rules as of now about the NPS and the UPS. So if you have any doubt in this PPT, you just let me know. I'll take you to that slide and I'll try to clear it out. Otherwise, if you have separate doubt, you can just unmute. I will present you some of the calculations on the Excel sheet. Through that, you would be able to understand it more. If some doubts are there, we are open to take that right now. I'll just allow one or two something if related to this PPT. If any of the slide, otherwise I'll close it. I'll move on to the something else. Okay. Okay. So, yes, somebody is there. Please ask me.
No, I think you can
Okay, we
proceed.
can continue. So I hope the basic clarity is there to each one of you that what are the basic difference between both these schemes, that when it will be beneficial in which situation. Now I can see that some doubt. Abdut has posted few doubts. I'll just read it and we'll try to explain those through the example. So
Sir,
Abdut,
hello.
yes, Ajay ji, पूछिए.
Uh, can I ask one question?
Sir, come. Yes.
Yes, sir. As we discussed that, if you take a voluntary retirement at the age of 50 years, okay,
Yes, sir.
but our pension will be start at the year of superannuation.
Correct, sir.
So I have query that the pension is will be start with the 10%, 10 years DA plus, or it will be start from that at the
So
whatever the
basically,
calculation.
so what Ajay ji is asking that if so work provision under UPS on which the major fight is that under UPS if I go for the voluntary retirement, that means VRS from my service. So government
Yes,
said that after 20 years you can opt for the VRS. If I go for the VRS after some 20 years of service, so he is taking an
yes,
example if he takes the VRS at 50 years. So the pension under UPS will start at the age of 60. This is the major concern under the UPS. I am hoping that in next week or in next few days it will be sorted out. It has to be what? Whenever I am taking the retirement, either VRS or at the superannuation, my pension should start immediately. It should not be postponed till the age of superannuation. Now, what is he asking? If he is taking VRS at the age of 50, so basic will be defined at the age of 50. Now, that basic salary will be fixed because for the next 10 years, you are not getting the pension, but DA announces will be made. So at the age of 60, when your pension will start, so yes, that DA of those 10 years will be given to you. That is
okay,
what
sir. Okay,
my understanding. No
okay,
written clarity is there, which would be there because whatever law they have made. But yes, because basic will be fixed, obviously the DA hikes has to be given.
okay, sir. Okay,
Once
thank you.
they made it clear, my requirement is that you please allow me the pension immediately from the time when I take the VRS. Don't make it shifted to the age of 60. Under NPS, when I take the VRS, my pension will start immediately. But under
Yes, yes, sir.
UPS, when pension is not started immediately, what will I get? So I'll get some lump sum payout from there, but that may not be sufficient for me. So
Okay,
for that, I have to withdraw some portion of my corpus, which I don't want. If someone is there who do not want it, then in his case or her case, the pension will start at the age of 60, which is a problem. So if this problem is being solved or addressed by the government before 30th of September, I hope that majority of the employees will opt for the UPS because it will become more lucrative at that point. But this is the major point because in today's age, when you talk, you would have seen so much of financial literacy, so much of a fire rule and lean fire, fat fire. You would have learned these terms over the internet that everyone is talking about to get retired early. I don't know what definition they understood by being retired early. Retirement early means that you should need to get your time. If you have something else to do, which you wanted to do, but because of this job you are not able to do that, then I would take the retirement. Retirement does not mean that I want to sit idle. If you want to sit
yes,
idle,
sir.
better be in a job, you will be active and you will be earning more salary. Your pension will be even higher. So if this point is being addressed by the government that in case of VRS, you will get the immediate pension under UPS. Now this scheme will be highly or much better than the earlier version of the UPS. So
So one more query relating to this.
yes, sir.
In between 10 years, if there will be a pay commission, then our basic will be revised or it will be remain same.
At that point, because there is no point is being addressed that after the retirement, pay commission they have not talked about. In my calculation also, I have not considered the pay commission after the retirement. So it may be there. If you get the pay commission, it will become more lucrative. So as of now, whatever number I am going to show you, there I have not considered any pay commission after the retirement. Because nowhere it is written that after retirement, they have mentioned you will get the DA hikes. But the pay commission thing, they have not addressed that whether you will get the benefit of the pay commission. What will happen under pay commission? Your basic will get revised. So which I feel that whichsoever government will be there, so many changes will keep on happening. So the one drawback, or I must say the advantage of UPS is this: the political risk is associated with it. If you get a new government after few years, new rules will be made, and the demand from our side or from the employee side is that we want the old pension scheme. So our demand is same as that of OPS, but not in the same name. So we are just saying you make it 50% pension at the age of 20. You please provide us the pay commission as well after the retirement. We are also demanding that at the time of retirement, you please give back my entire contribution to me along with the 50% pension. So this is nothing else, just the rules of old pension scheme. So as of now, whatever we have today, we are going to discuss that. So I hope these points are there. I just want to show you some example. Through that, you will understand under which situation. That is the most critical point. And the other team, we were like earlier when I presented you these things, we initially developed one calculator. We were expecting that government will do something for us where we are going to get more clarity. But government has not provided you any of the calculator or something where you can understand what will be the exact calculation of the pension. Now, the team has developed one calculator. I would like to show that thing. Okay, just allow me a second. I hope my screen would be visible to all of you.
Not yet.
No.
Sir,
Right now, it is not.
In the meanwhile, our
again.
president Munnaranappa has come, the youngest man in the group. Welcome to you, sir. Our Pensioners Association. Go ahead.
Now it is visible.
Now is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So here what we have taken is, I have taken some example and then I would like to show you that how the calculation is going and what will happen if I take the early retirement. So I have taken my own numbers that at these details I have filled my joining year and other thing. So my retirement year is 2050 according to the superannuation. Okay. The basic thing which we need to understand here is that what would be the life expectancy? That is going to play the major role under the UPS, and what is the spouse date of birth, like what is the spouse life expectancy, because the family pension is going to be there for the spouse. So I have taken 70 years, okay, though India 72, so we'll try a few numbers. You will address that how things are going. I need to address that what salary increment are there. So I have taken 9% as my salary increment, where I have taken pay commission, promotions, every DA, the regular basic salary hike, all those. So if I conclude, so over a period of 20, 30 years, on an average, how much salary increment is going to be there? 8, 9%. So in my case, when I calculated it, it came out as 9%. Okay. The benchmark corpus growth. So if I remain under the default scheme, I have assumed it is going to be 8%. And if I switch to some of the market link scheme, either NPS or under the UPS, I have considered that as 10%. Now, how much corpus do I want to withdraw at the age of retirement? So that I can fill, either I can take off that any number. Let's suppose I want to find out that at the age of this, my retirement corpus is 60. I want 60% lump sum withdrawal at the time of retirement. What annuity rate would be there? So it will be automatically calculated based on your retirement. This feature we have added. So you just let us know that what retirement year is going to be for you, the annuity rate, because presently it is going to be somewhere around 6.5%, I must say. So in future, in 5 years, it may be higher, it may be lower also. But when we look at a period of 20 years in future, obviously it will be down. So for 15 years, we are keep on decreasing it. If I just make my retirement to 2060, so you will see that the annuity rate will change automatically because it will be much lower at that time. So I'll just go back to 2050. So these are the key assumptions, formulas which we have already discussed. Now, if I want to see that how much would be my pension thing and other data, just allow me a second. Keep it there. So this is how my pension would be looking to me. So we have done all the calculation over there in these sheets that how your salary would be increasing every year. So my salary started, I have taken my basic salary, the DA hikes and other things. These numbers would be there, that how my individual corpus will look, how the UPS individual corpus will look, how UPS corpus will look every year, how it would be going. And then when I come on to this sheet, it will give you the better clarity that how things are happening. So here we have taken the retirement age for myself, the retirement life of the pensioner, and the retirement life of the pensioner spouse, because that person is going to, the spouse is going to get what, the family pension, and total service at retirement is how much, 32. So we have taken all the calculation that how much lump sum withdrawal you are going to get, how much outperformance, all these calculations are being done. I hope all of you would be more interested at what will be the final impact of all these numbers. So the pension thing will look like this, that my pension will start at age of 60 and my UPS monthly pension will start from 1,48,000, while my NPS pension will be 1,53,000. But the NPS pension will remain fixed for myself and for my spouse, while under UPS my pension will keep on increasing, but at the age of 70 when I am not there, the family pension will reduce to what? Will reduce to just 40% of what I was getting, sorry, 60% of what I was getting earlier. And then the DA hikes will be given. How much DA hike we have taken? Initially, the DA hike we have considered 5.5%, then it reduced to 5. If I will survive more, it will be even more lower. Then we have done some risk analysis on different points, the net present value of different parameters. Based on to that, you will come to know that which scheme is going to better for you. So here I come to know that if my life expectancy is 70 years and my spouse also is going to be there for her life expectancy 70 years, so the advantage will be under the NPS scheme, whatever rules are being set by the government as of now. So this conclusion I need. Until I get this, it will be difficult. But how things are being changed? If I and my spouse are going to live 5 years more. So this parameter, no one can decide that who is going to live how longer. But yes, you have to decide onto this, then only you are going to get a better clarity. Now the every calculation will be changed. You will see that now it is being calculated. I'll get the pension till the age of 74. At 75, I'll not be there. The pension will be dropped. And can you see the UPS family pension still better than the NPS pension, which my spouse will get more higher than that. So what is the conclusion? I like UPS more because in future, when you see now, I hope when you compare your food expenses, your daily life expenses, certainly it would be same as you would be doing 5 years back. But if you look at the medical care cost, either for you or for your parents, that would have increased drastically. Even in case of emergency, when we run to the hospital, we do not get the availability and we are stuck with the bills or the other things which are there. So you'll be thinking that we will take the at the age of 60, I'll be having the CGHS facility. Yes, but See, after even having the CGHS facility, there is no surety that you will get a bed in a good hospital. You'll get the best medical services. So for that, we are going to have what? The private medical insurance for us. That also does not certain in some of the cases that private medical insurance also does not work. So what do I need? I need a regular higher payouts as the inflation will keep on, or you must say the price rises will keep on increasing. Inflation will be there, that will be lower, but the price cost will keep on increases. The services cost will keep on increasing. So I should get the higher payouts in my hand, which I am being protected by what? With the UPS only. The only thing is that the payouts, if the government increases what? The lump sum uh, payout, assured lump sum payout, instead of providing us that 1 month of basic for 5 years, if that can be improved at least double or something, it will be much fruitful for us. So some declaration must come from the government side. It will be helpful for us. So in this situation, when I am surviving till the age of 75, UPS is better for me. Now I'll change it to what? If I take the early retirement. Okay, if I take the early retirement, let's suppose I retire at 2040. So how many years of service I would have completed? 22 years of service. Will I get the uh, VRS? Yes, in that situation, I'll get the VRS, but my pension will start at which age? At 2050. So, how the payouts would be looking? So, if you see over there, under UPS, I'll not be getting any pension for the next 10 years. My pension will start at which? When I become 60. So, I'll not get anything over there. This is the major concern. While under NPS, you would be getting at least 43,000 on monthly basis. So in this calculation, what we have done, we have taken this last monthly pension at the retirement year. That was 55 something, depending on my basic pay. And after withdrawing 60% of the number. So on that, I'll get all these DA hikes, which being asked by sir. So yes, these DA hikes I am going to get, but I'll get this pension from this year. I'm not going to get this pension at this year, which is major or a crucial part. Now, if you go to the summary, in this situation, I'll find that NPS is better for me. But there is not much difference. So, the more I live, UPS is going to be more fruitful. But this is something which we have worked on, the entire team has worked on, which is going to give you a better clarity onto this. So, this is going to provide you few things that how we can cater on that risk under the NPS. The only problem is, what if I die early? What if I die early? So if you die early, what is the problem? The problem is that this 40% annuitized corpus, when I take this example under UPS, annuitized corpus, that means which I gave back to the government for getting the pensions, it is coming out 70 lakh because I took early retirement. And under NPS, it is 95 lakh. So 70 lakh will remain with government. If I die early, if my spouse, no dependent family is there on me, my kids will not get this 70 lakh rupees. While under NPS, when I am not there, my family dependent ones are not there, my kids are going to get this 95 lakh rupee for sure. And this number will increase when I take the regular retirement. At 2050, when you look at this number, this annuitized pension, so under UPS, 2.19 CR almost will go to the pool corpus of government, through which I am going to get the regular payouts of my pension with the increased. But this amount will not be returned back to my family at all. While under NPS, this 3.35 CR, why this amount is more? Because the contribution was higher. So this amount will be given back to the family when your spouse is not there. This 3.35 CR will be given back to my family when I'll not be there. After 15 years, after 20 years or something. So this is the conclusion. On this basis, you have to decide which scheme is going to be better. If I just do this thing, I meet so many of the people I have seen 80 plus. So life expectancy in future is going to be much higher than this 72 or 70 years. It will be 80 years easily, but to bear the cost of medical expenses is going to be a problem. So under NPS, your amount is stuck, which will not be given to you. But under UPS, every year you will be getting higher amount in your hand. So how much advantage over NPS I am going to get in this situation when I live till the age of 80? So I am going to be beneficial of 11% in comparison to the NPS. And that value will be 75 lakh almost. So this is how things are there. If there is some question to any one of you, please ask me. I would like to help you out. Many of you were asking me that please this calculator. It is like I put some effort over there. The other team has put some effort over there. But even if I provide this calculator to you, what will happen? The latest changes which are going to be there, you would not be able to incorporate that into this part. So we have found a better solution for that. I think Sakshi would be there. She's from the team. If Sakshi, can you let them know that how they can be benefited from this calculator or this thing?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening, sir. Yeah.
I'm Sakshi from the team of AJ Well. After much time and effort, our team came up with this calculator that shows you the workings and calculations of both NPS and UPS. As you can see, it's a customizable tool that even concludes which option would be better for you according to your details, whether NPS or UPS. Like Mr. Ankit Jindal sir said here, that we cannot share it, but we can definitely generate a very exclusive detailed report for you with conclusions on which option would be better for you. Initially, after developing it, we had priced it rupees 1000. After considering the usage and the demand for such a tool, we changed the price. What do you think would be the fair price for this calculator? Please let me know in the chat box.
Anyone who would be like, they just want to know that we were not able to identify that what could be the better price at which it can be made available to all of you. So how much do you think would be fair? They were selling it at 1000 initially, but what would be a price as per the audience, or if somebody, because I can see many of you are looking for the Excel. I hope things are so somebody saying 2500 per head. No, that is going to be much higher. We want to make it available to all of you, but again, when there will be changes, so we would be able to make that updates for you. So team would be able, otherwise when we give this sheet to you and there are changes, it will be of no use for you because rules would have been changed and you can't make it there. Somebody says Puneet is saying 500, Talvinder is saying 100. Sakshi, do you have something for them? Like what thing you guys can do for them?
I'll just share my screen. We are actually changed the pricing for it.
Initially, they were trying to do it at 500, but I was not convinced that 500 is still a higher value. It will not be because we want to make it available to all of them, and they have put really, really hard efforts that it will be given immediately. So there would be some fair price for the team as well. So 500, they discussed that 500 would be sufficient. We felt that 500 be ज़्यादा है. So Sakshi, just let them know that what could be done from your end, so that if people would agree, they can take help from the team, and once there would be any changes, it will be provided free of cost too. Okay, they have made it to 199, so you can go with it. That would be helpful. So you have no need to go anywhere. At least the numbers will come in more detail, mean how things are going over there, how your salary is going to look in future. That would be there. This is from that, like after so much of discussion, I am thankful that they have dropped it to below 500 because that was a major amount, like not major, but something which we feel that, but the team has worked. Naveen is saying something. I'll not go into that. If there is any doubt, leave it apart. You can contact the team later on. But apart from this, if there is some doubt to any one of you with respect to what? With respect to the present rules and regulation under NPS or UPS, though I have tried my best, because the numbers are going to play a major role. The rules I have discussed, on that basis, if you are able to calculate or do your calculation at your own, that will be fine. If you take their help, you can take their help. But yes, if there is some doubt which I can address, I am happy and I am ready to take those doubts.
Ankit ji,
Yes.
one doubt I have. In NPS, if early retirement is taken,
Yes.
then payout will be like 60% lump sum, or the site says some 80%.
So, sir, I want to, Amesh ji पूछ रहे हैं that if, sir, are you talking about the VRS or are you talking about the resignation?
Resignation. I mean,
Resignation. So
please
there is
explain for
difference.
both.
So okay, I'll explain for both. If you resign from the job, resignation will be when you just leave the job. So in that case, 20% can be withdrawal at lump sum at the time of your resignation. So let's suppose you have completed just 15 years of your service and you want to leave the job. So you'll not get the VRS because VRS to 20 years of service ke baad mein milega. So your leaving of job will be considered as the resignation. So in case of resignation, lump sum withdrawal is just 20% and remaining 80% you have to buy the annuity for sure, which you can defer by 3 years at the max. Another rule of NPS, deferment of buying the annuity, but maximum withdrawal is 20%. But let's suppose you completed 21 years of service or 20 years of service. Now you want to leave the job. So you can apply for the VRS, and in that situation, when you are getting the VRS, you are allowed to withdraw maximum 60% of your corpus and remaining 40% will be used for the pension. So resignation के केस में 20%, VRS के केस में it will be 60% maximum withdrawal.
Fine, thank you.
सर
हाँ सर.
सर मुझे एक डाउट है मेरा, जैसे आपने बताया एनपीएस में इंडिविजुअल कॉर्पस 24% है और यूपीएस में 20% है.
कंट्रीब्यूशन, हाँ, कंट्रीब्यूशन टुवर्ड्स
हाँ,
इंडिविजुअल.
हाँ. तो सर जैसे और इसमें अभी यूपीएस में एक नया है ना कि 59 इयर्स पर तक आप अपना कभी भी एक बार यूपीएस से एनपीएस जा सकते हो.
करेक्ट सर.
तो सर जैसे सपोज कीजिए कि मैं 59 एज मैंने अभी यूपीएस ऑप्ट कर लिया और मैं 59 इयर्स तक मेरा इंडिविजुअल कॉर्पस 20% कंट्रीब्यूशन के हिसाब से रहेगा और मैं है ना मैं गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज में ही इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. और जैसे ही मैंने 59 से 60 की तरफ जब मैं हुआ तो मैंने एनपीएस की तरफ स्विच कर लिया. तो मेरा जो 4% का डिफरेंस है वो आपने बताया कि वो जो नॉर्मल जो रहेगी ग्रोथ उसके हिसाब से आपको
जो भी पे आउट्स मिलने होंगे तो मान के चलिए आपका 4% कम जा रहा था ना, तो गवर्नमेंट कैलकुलेट करेगी. अब गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर थोड़ा है इसलिए वो आपको चार्ज भी कर रहे हैं उसके लिए. सो वो 4% कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन जो रह गया था with the growth of default scheme, it will be added to your NPS corpus.
तो सर देन इन दैट केस वो जो यूपीएस में मेरा 59 तक इन्वेस्टमेंट रहा और एक साल के लिए एनपीएस में रहा, और अगर मेरा एनपीएस में 24% रहता तो दोनों बराबर क्या रहेंगे ना सर? मतलब अगर
वही मतलब पुराने 24 साल को ऐड हो गई, पुराने 24 साल का ऐड होगा सर. वो हर 4% जो आपका हर साल रह गया था वो पुराना सारा आपको कॉर्पस ऐड करके एंड आपकी स्कीम को एनपीएस में कन्वर्ट कर दिया जाएगा.
ओके. तो डिफॉल्ट मतलब डिफॉल्ट स्कीम में अगर हम एनपीएस में रहे या यूपीएस में रहे वो बराबर रह सकता है.
बराबर है, एकदम बराबर है. मतलब टिल द एज ऑफ योर रिटायरमेंट, मतलब जब तक आप जॉब के अंदर हैं, वर्किंग हैं, बोथ द स्कीम्स आर सेम. क्योंकि अगर हमको कुछ होता है विद इन द जॉब व्हाइल इन सर्विस, समथिंग हैपेंस टू मी, मैंने बार बार बताया सभी को, देयर इज फॉर्म 1 फॉर्म 2 अंडर रूल 10 ऑफ एनपीएस. वो आप फिल करके दे दीजिए. तो अगर आपको इन सर्विस डेथ होता है या इन सर्विस आपको इनकेपेबिलिटी की वजह से जॉब से नहीं कर पाते हैं आप, then the pension will be given to you or your family based on old pension scheme. तो आप जब तक जॉब में हैं, जॉब में रहते रहते अगर आपको कुछ हो गया, सो टिल द एज ऑफ 60, इफ आई एम प्लानिंग कि आई एम गोइंग टू रिटायर एट एज ऑफ 60, तब तक मेरे लिए दोनों ही स्कीम सेम ही है.
ओके सर. ओके. तो सर इसमें मतलब मेरा एक मतलब ऐसी डाउट था कि इसमें ये बेटर रहेगा कि अभी मैं यूपीएस में चला जाता हूँ और मार्केट के हिसाब से अपना इन्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ, मतलब जिस तरह के फंड मैनेजर.
गवर्नमेंट ने भी इसको ऐसा ल्यूक्रेटिव बना दिया आपको बोल के कि यू कैन ट्राई विद यूपीएस एंड आपको मौका लगेगा. तो अभी मतलब आई डोंट वांट टू से इट, बट दैट इज द सिचुएशन व्हेन आई प्रेजेंट समथिंग, आई रिमेन वेरी न्यूट्रल. So government ने, when government saw that the scheme is failing, they made an option कि अभी तो आप opt कर लो, you can come back later on. But if we don't opt it right now, they have to cater that situation. जो problem कहाँ पे आ रहा है हमको कि अगर हमने VRS ले लिया by chance, तो हमको पेंशन नहीं मिलेगी until they accept this thing that the pension will start immediately in case of VRS as well. तो यूपीएस ऑप्ट करना बेटर है, अदरवाइज तो सेम ही है ना सर, मेरे को एनपीएस यूपीएस दोनों सेम ही दिख रहा है उस सिचुएशन में। तो हम ऑप्ट नहीं करेंगे तब तक, इसलिए मैंने भी बार बार मेरे से लोग पूछते हैं आपने ऑप्ट करा क्या, मैंने भी अभी ऑप्ट नहीं करा, बिकॉज सम फर्दर बेटरमेंट इज टू बी देयर। अब गवर्नमेंट को क्या दिख रहा है, स्कीम फेल हो रही है।
हो रखा
सर मेरा वॉइस है आई थिंक, सो माय वॉइस इज
गुड
देयर।
इवनिंग सर। सर एम आई ऑडिबल?
हाँ नवीन जी बोलिए आप।
हाँ सर, मेरा ये सवाल है सर, अगर कोई बंदा सर एट द लास्ट स्टेज सर यूपीएस से एनपीएस जा रहा है, तो जो मार्केट रेट्स में जो उसको कंटिन्यूअसली ग्रो मिलता, अगर वो
हाँ
अगर वो एनपीएस में रहता सर, उसका क्या रहेगा?
सर तो जो 20% ना, वो तो आपको यूपीएस में भी है ना, यूपीएस में यू ऑल्सो हैव एन ऑप्शन कि मार्केट लिंक करके रखो आप 20% पैसा। तो
ओके।
आप जो एनपीएस में करना चाह रहे थे वो 24% नहीं होगा, 20% तो आप सेम रख सकते हो। नाउ व्हेन यू आर शिफ्टिंग बैक टू दी एनपीएस, तो जो 4% रह गया था वो मार्केट ग्रोथ से नहीं मिलेगा, वो आपको डिफॉल्ट ग्रोथ से वापस मिल जाएगा। आई होप दिस इज एड्रेस।
यस, थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच, डाउट क्लियर।
हाँ थैंक यू। कुछ और भी किसी का डाउट है आप पूछ सकते हैं, बट लुकिंग एट द एक्टिविटी डन बाय द गवर्नमेंट, जैसे अभी रिसेंट इनकम टैक्स का केस हुआ ना, दैट द लास्ट डेट ऑफ फाइलिंग द आईटीआर वाज 15th। एवरी ईयर वी आर used to of it that the income tax filing date return is being extended by 15 days or 30 days। अब की बार गवर्नमेंट ने बस उसको 1 day से एक्सटेंड करा एंड इट इज क्लोज। जितनी एक्टिविटी आपको खुद भी ऑब्जर्व कर पा रहे होंगे, रेगुलर मेल्स एंड मैसेजेस आर कमिंग फ्रॉम द पीएफआरडीए for opting between the NPS and UPS। Now the problem is, मेरे को डाउट है कि 30th सितंबर के बाद में कुछ एक्सटेंड होने वाला है, तो उसके पहले ही हमको कुछ डिसाइड करके रखना है that which scheme is going to better for me एंड उसके लिए क्या नंबर्स होने वाले। तो यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा कंक्लूजन मैं आपको ये भी देता हूँ, जो लोग यूपीएस लेने का ऑप्ट कर रहे हैं बट उनको प्रॉब्लम है कि इफ समथिंग हैपेंस टू मी आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट, मेरे बच्चों को कुछ आगे एक वेल्थ जनरेशन टूल नहीं मिलने वाला है, तो ऑलमोस्ट 70-72 पे आके ना, उसके बाद में यूपीएस विल बी मच बेटर। इफ यू लॉन्ग live longer, UPS will be better. So you can secure yourself till the age of 70 with the help of term insurance। कि अगर आपको अभी अगर 70 के पहले कुछ हुआ और यू आर नॉट देयर, योर फैमिली इज नॉट देयर, तो एटलीस्ट आपके बच्चों को टर्म इंश्योरेंस अमाउंट मिल जाएगा। 70 के बाद में कुछ होता है, टर्म इंश्योरेंस विल बी नल एंड वॉइड, एंड ऑब्वियसली आपने यूपीएस में ज्यादा बेनिफिट आपको मिल चुके होंगे। तो इसके लिए आपको एक स्मॉल कॉस्ट आएगा आपके पॉकेट से हर ईयर, है ना। अब ये मेरे को डिसाइड करना है ना कि मेरे को चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, क्या करना है। सो इट इज योर इंडिविजुअल चॉइस, बट यू कैन थिंक इन दिस डायरेक्शन दैट इफ यू वांट टू बी सेटल्ड, कि मेरे को ठीक है आज कुछ कॉस्ट ले लो, है ना, धीरे धीरे। रिसेंटली द इंश्योरेंस कॉस्ट इज ऑल्सो बीइंग revised। Why? Because the GST is being removed from all the life insurance product and the health insurance product। Earlier the GST was 18%, now it is 0%। So after 22nd of September, if you buy any of the term insurance, it will be much cheaper। And in case of term insurance, whatever premium is being fixed today, it will remain same later on। तो अगर आज आपको, let's suppose मैं रियल नंबर देता हूँ, if your age is around 30 years एंड मैं आज अगर 2 CR का एक टर्म इंश्योरेंस ले लेता हूँ 2 करोड़ का टिल द एज ऑफ 70, सो माय एनुअल प्रीमियम विल बी हाउ मच? इट विल बी क्लोज टू 25,000 ऑलमोस्ट। 25,000 में मेरे को टिल द एज ऑफ 70 एवरी ईयर आई हैव टू पे, वो सिक्योरिटी मिल जाएगा। नाउ इफ यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, तो आपको कितना आ रहा है? ऑलमोस्ट 2,000 रुपी पर मंथ। And if you see it at the age of 30, if I buy the insurance till the age of 70, 40 years के लिए मैंने इंश्योरेंस लिया है, where I am paying 25,000 every year। So how much amount towards the insurance I would have paid? 10 lakh rupee in these 40 years। अगर 10 लाख रुपी को देके मेरे को 2 CR का सिक्योरिटी मिल रहा है, और 70 के बाद में अगर मैं एक साल भी एक्स्ट्रा जी गया, तो ये 10 लाख तो मेरे इमीडिएटली कवर हो जाएंगे उसी ईयर में, बिकॉज दी एनपीएस एंड यूपीएस मंथली पेंशन में कितना डिफरेंस होने वाला है? 1 लाख से ज्यादा का डिफरेंस होने वाला है। तो आपको वो 10 लाख तो तुरंत कवर हो जाना है, एंड दी लमसम पे आउट्स आर इवन मोर इन यूपीएस। क्योंकि एक आपको एश्योर्ड पे आउट मिल रहा है, आपको इफ यू आउट परफॉर्म देन दोज बेनिफिट्स आर देयर. टू गेट द डिटेल्ड रिपोर्ट आई मस्ट रिकमेंड इट टू ऑल ऑफ यू, दो दैट इज योर कंसर्न, बट आप वो डिटेल रिपोर्ट लीजिए जिसमें आपको दिखेगा कि क्या क्या मेरे को पे आउट्स मिल रहे हैं, एंड यू वुड बी एबल टू टेक द डिसीजन वेरी केयरफुली. नाउ टाइम इज देयर, एज द डेट विल बी देयर. आप क्या करोगे सभी लोग कि अच्छा उसने यूपीएस लिया है तो मैं भी यूपीएस लेता हूँ, उसने एनपीएस लिया है तो मैं भी एनपीएस लेता हूँ, while it is going to be different for all of you. So looking at your history, family history, you have to figure out at least something that can I live up to. I No one knows that. I myself don't know whether I'll be there tomorrow or not, but I have to do the financial planning for next 100 years. कि अगर मैं 100 तक भी सरवाइव कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे को पैसा होगा ना हाथ में, तभी मैं सरवाइव कर सकता हूँ. इफ मनी इज नॉट देयर, आई गेट द सेम salary which I am getting today and I get the same salary after 40 years, that will not be sufficient for me. So it should keep on increasing with time. So this is from my side. I will not take much time. If there is still some query, we can do. Otherwise, thank you, Samprabha team, uh,
Sir, I
for
have a
hosting.
question.
There is one
Yes,
more
please.
question.
Yes, Madhura ji, पूछिए.
Sir, while in UPS, is it advisable to go with the default pattern of fund managers, which the UPS has set to reach the benchmark corpus to give us the
So,
pension, or
so
we can, yeah, please guide on this.
you complete what you were saying. You complete. I'll add this there.
Okay. So, my question is that to meet the benchmark corpus, UPS advisable
So आप मेरे को एक बात
the
बताइए, मैं आपको समझ गया हूँ.
huh,
That do you
huh.
invest somewhere? Do you invest somewhere right now in some
I
FD,
do, I do,
mutual?
I do invest in mutual funds. I have
You do
few
invest.
SIPs. Yes, sir.
Okay. So for what goal you are investing in mutual funds or in SIP? What is your goal? For what purpose you are investing?
Majorly retirement and uh, to travel. These two reasons are there.
तो कुछ आपके शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स हैं, कुछ आपका रिटायरमेंट का गोल है, मे बी दी
Yes,
इन
sir.
फ्यूचर एजुकेशन एंड अदर थिंग, which are the long term.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what is your expectation from the mutual fund when you are investing in for the retirement? How much return are you expecting for the mutual fund? 10% annually, 12% annually,
Well, around 12 at least.
around 12 at least. While the government securities will offer you around 7 to 8%. It can be even lower.
Okay.
When the interest rates will be lower, it will be even lower. But
Okay.
you are sure that
Right.
mutual funds will give you the equity exposure to the stock market companies exposure, where you can get the higher returns. So
Right.
if either I am going, so forget about the UPS. If you would be under NPS, will you remain in the
Okay.
default pattern, or will you invest into
No.
the or LC25 or LC50? You will opt for LC50.
Yes, sir.
So being
Even
in
right now,
UPS,
while in NPS, I have changed my fund manager also.
correct. That has to be done. Teams are
Yeah.
working like that is very advantage, and the same advantage is there under the UPS as well. So when you know that you are going to stay there for 20 more years or 25 years or even 15 years, it's better to
Right.
switch towards. I'm not suggesting you have to, but it is better because you align with the
Right.
same mind. So it will be better, and definitely you are going to outperform.
So it's not compulsory to stay in the default pattern, right?
No. It's your
As
choice.
long as at the time of retirement my benchmark corpus and my individual corpus are same, or my benchmark corpus is even, or my individual corpus is even better than the benchmark corpus, it is all
Yes,
good.
yes. So every
Okay.
year you get two switches. Every year, how many switches do you get? Two switches to change your scheme,
Okay.
and one time switch fund manager as well.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So those facilities are there. Those facilities are there which you can take benefit. तो जब आपको पहले से क्लियर है कि मेरे को लंबा इन्वेस्ट करना है and mutual funds are going to be better. And again, when you opt for LC50 or LC25, your entire contribution is not going towards the market. It is just
Right.
25 or 50%, and that too also decreases after the age of 35. I don't know whether you know it or not. Once you cross the age of
Okay.
35, and if you have opted for LC50, so till age of
Okay.
35 your market contribution will be 50%, but उसके बाद हर साल आपका 2% contribution drop करता जाएगा. तो at a age of
Okay.
60, 30, maximum 48% ही contribution किधर होगा? मार्केट में, मतलब
So
स्टॉक
this
मार्केट.
happens irrespective of whichever fund manager I'm in, na?
करेक्ट करेक्ट
This
इट इज
reduction.
पहली PFRDA.
Okay. 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 Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Jindal, it has been a wonderful talk here. Again and
Thank you,
again,
sir.
you are hitting a sixer. We are proud. Right, sir, really wonderful. This one, your inputs. And a lot of others have come over. CGHS doctor also has that.
Yes.
And
Sir,
so many
there
people
are
from
many
PTC,
topics, but
ORT, and our
yeah.
revered president of Pensioners Association, Muninaranappa, who was our commissioner PA, was also there today. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. So I request now to go cast vote of thanks. Mr. Rajat, please carry on. Anurag Rajput.
Yes, sir.
Rajput.
So on behalf of all the participants, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our guest speaker Ankit and his team for today's insightful session on NPS versus UPS. We truly appreciate the time and effort you invested in explaining the things and addressing the queries. This knowledge shared today will certainly guide us in making more informed financial decisions for our future. So thank you once again for the valuable contribution.
We thank all the listeners for giving their cooperation. And next week, preferably a sportsman will be there on our dais. So please spread this message. We shall exchange our views, knowledge, so that the society is benefited. Thank you, everyone. Good night to all.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Anurag. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.